Okay, welcome back to another edition of the Hills of Stanley Park, or the Stanley Park Hills. We actually did some major hiking today, all for the benefit of our thousands upon millions of subscribers, commenters. Oh my God, it's just, the adoration we're getting is just crazy, crazy, crazy. No, the reason why we hopped on the bus, SkyTrain, and then it took us, let me see, we got off the bus probably close to, I would say, an hour to get to the base of this, the Stairway to Heaven, accessing it from the Robson and Georgia area. That's where we got off the bus because, as you can see in the video, that it's a rainy day. Yesterday it was a beautiful day. Today it's rainy, kind of mild, but it's definitely rainy. Not worth throwing the bike on the front of the bus, etc., 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 to bring it all the way down. But what we did, we wanted to show you the damage that Mother Nature has done to our beloved Stairway to Heaven. We, I think the last time we were at this, I think it was February. Got a nice day in February, and we accessed it from the top, and we rode down. It was in rough shape, but after that, there was we gotten a lot of rain, and as you will see, as we walk up to the first, second stage of the three stages of the Stairway to Heaven, what old Mother Nature has done. So let us get the video going. You can see there's a little, it's already started to do a little bit of a gully there on the left hand side of the path. I don't know where that's come from. That's never been there before, but I don't remember any torrential kind of downpours. But trust me, Mother Nature has had her way with the pack, as you can see there on the right hand side, the little bit of a gully. This is, essentially unchanged because it's very compact, and I don't think they're, basically this isn't a thoroughway, but see, there's a little gully there. That has gotten deeper. Lots of little mini gullies, but there is some major. I like to be perfectly honest. I don't think I'm going to be able to ride up to the top of it without on one. So this is the first turn. We hang a left. I mean, right, and we're on the left-hand side. You can see gully in the middle there. A nice one, big one on the right-hand side there. And then we're going to hang a left here. And more water damage. The gully, so we got to go, and we got to go far left. And this has always been a difficult spot because you got to pick your line. You're going to go left, go over the roots and up by the bushes, or go up this steep. We were used to go up on the right hand side here, but we don't even know if it's going to be, we're going to be able to do it. You have to realize when you're accessing this trail, you're basically at a standstill. You've got no forward momentum. It's steep, so very, very difficult. And there's another gully, or a valley, I should say, that Mother Nature has carved into the path. So you got to hang left there, and a bunch of more crap here, more exposed roots, etc. And then the left side, the gully there, that has gotten deeper. Basically, we've always been going the right-hand side. And this is kind of interesting. See, the gully here, this is almost, you basically had to ride on the left-hand side, and you had to go on that little skinny piece of wood, which is always wet and slippery, and you drop down in the gully. When we were there, I think it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, someone had actually put in some the very, very coarse rock at the bottom of the gully there. So someone is actively trying to make the path. I don't know if they're making it more accessible for mountain biking, or what they're actually doing, but someone has actually gone through the hassle of bringing some of those stones up there to try to level out the gully, because the gully is so deep that unless you gotta hit it on the left hand side, you drop down, you're gonna bottom out your pedals and stuff. There's no way you can go it. And as I said, all these things, oh, it's very, very easy. You have to realize we've got almost zero forward momentum. You're basically doing all this from uh, a standstill. You've got no forward momentum to be able to propel. You've got to basically from a standing stop to access that part of the hill. So, as I said, we did do this. It took us close to an hour to get to access this, but we just wanted to show everyone what old Mother Nature has done to our beloved Stairway to Heaven. And we're getting rain today. Not There was not any kind of heavy rainfall that North Northern, but it's really crazy what the water is doing to this. I just don't understand. It's not like we've had any torrential downpours, but obviously all the water from the top of the hill, they've all decided, hey, let's all go down this path. And this is what it's done to the beloved Stairway to Heaven. Like I said, I'm not exactly, I know where the person accessed that gravel, because there's a little storage area for, I don't even know what that, because that's basically decorating kind of rocks. It's not anything you'd be throwing down on the road when it's icy or anything, but there's three little back-in pits, all with varying levels of sizes of stones in them at the base or at this midsection of Stairway to Heaven. And someone, I don't know how it would, if they're actually bringing it up by buckets or how the hell, because there's no tire tracks, there's nothing. And see, someone has actually gone through the bit and put the fine gravel, because as I said yesterday, down to the further spot there in the top right hand corner, that's what it was. Someone had started to try to do it, but I didn't actually notice those three pits of varying size of stones yesterday when I was there. So someone obviously went through, looked at, okay, we got these stones here, we're going to use what we have, and then they've obviously got some newer, smaller, fine-grained stone to try to alleviate that trench. As you can see, this is a path. It's a path. It's marked on the pass in Stanley Park. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the name pretty much of all of the paths. I know my way around, but the names of the paths don't mean anything to me. But see, and then it slowly gets narrower up here, narrower, narrower, and then as you can see up at the top with that gully, that it's no longer being a path that's being maintained, would be the proper way to say it, because it's this brutal, 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 brutal. And you would think, just looking at the damage, you would think that we had like monsoon type rains, and I can't remember any time since February that we've had any kind of heavy kind of downpour that would cause this kind of damage. But as I said, it's from the top of the hill. It's obviously just running down. It's obviously coming down the paved part, turning left, and then going down and finding its own way down this path. It's really, really interesting. But as far as being able to ride it, I don't know. I'm definitely going to try, but I'm not going to say that it's going to be successful, because these things, they're just, as I said, going at any kind of speed, it'd be fine. But as I said, you've got to realize you're basically doing like the trial bikes. You're just basically hopping around, but I don't really have a trial bike. But that's basically what you have to do to be able to manipulate up this path. See the largest stones right down there. They were only there, but they were up at, I can't remember. And then someone had put these finer gravel up just in the last day. But I'm just thinking, how would they have did they have access it from the top? However they would have accessed it, they still got to hoof it somewhere, because there's no way, there's no ATV tracks, there's no, of course there's no way that you could bring any kind of service vehicle in there. So someone has gone through the hassle or the inconvenience of bringing those stones up there to maintain the path. And I'm tending to think, because it would be you would be crazy to try to ride down this hill on a day like today because it's too slippery. You got to have your front and back brakes fully engaged on a dry day, but this is slippery, slick, slick, slick. So, but that is it, folks. That is what Stairway to Heaven looks like currently, and currently is May the, what is the date today? May the 5th, 2023. Friday, May the 5th, 2023. So I don't know if someone is going to be continue to hike up those little buckets, or I don't know how they're accessing the gravel to try to alleviate that valley or trench, but it's not going to help anything for riding, because accessing those large size rocks and stuff, it standstill space is going to make it even more difficult. I think it's for people for walking, because even walking that path, because it's so V-shaped and steep that people are going to slip, and I'm sure there's going to be a news story. Someone tripped and fell and broke their leg, or on this trail, because it's just crazy. And the other day when I rode down it, and that was like midweek, like early to kind of late morning. I mean, early afternoon or late morning, and people were just walking. I asked them, "Is there anyone behind you?" Because there's nothing worse going up or down this hill when you have to stop, put your feet down to let the pedestrians walk by. But see those large rocks? That I think that was just done there, and then this finer gravel is an addition that was done just in the last day, I believe. So that it was definitely, because, as I said, there's 3 pits down at the bottom as I said, basically those larger rocks are basically for gardening, for maybe some of the flower beds or something in Stanley Park, but they're not for the roads or anything else, or any kind of pass, because they're just too damn big. I don't even know why the hell they had those rocks there. But that is it, folks. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You got any questions or comments, put it below the video. We're more than happy to answer questions. So everyone take care, safe riding, and we will catch you next time.